What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Game Inspector Top 10s. So today we're going to be doing my favorite Sega Genesis games. A lot of these I grew up with. Some of them I had, and some of them, you know, emulation.
This is illegal, you know.
So without further ado, let's get it. Okay, and at number 10, we got Toejam and Earl, Panic on Funkotron, the second game in the series. Now, I previously reviewed this game on Season 2 of the Game Inspector with my good friend Eric, aka Rocket, aka Generic Computers. So pretty much this is a fun game. You can play as one of two aliens where their planet is invaded by humans. You have to go catch them in jars. As you go around, you find secrets, gifts, food, etc. And there's plenty of ways to catch the humans as well. It's a pretty fun game. I believe they did make a third one for Xbox. I haven't tried it, but definitely try this one. And next, at number 9, we have Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Now, for those of you who know me, I love Mortal Kombat. I have the tattoo on my left forearm of the dragon symbol. Growing up, I loved this one. This was really hard to pick between the first one and this one. But because of the roster, I went with this one, and I did play this one slightly more than the first one. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat, where you get to what is there to say about it? I love it. Of course, it's not as accurate as the arcade version, but it's pretty damn close. Next up at number 8, we have yet another Castlevania game. If you saw the first episode of the Top 10s, Castlevania Bloodlines. Oh man, the soundtrack on this game alone is just amazing. This was really hard. I wanted to put this at a higher spot in the list, but because I never beaten this one, right now it sits at number 8. In the future that could change, but this is a great Castlevania game for Sega Genesis. You play as one of two characters. The character I'm playing as, John Morris, has the classic whip. And if you don't know Castlevania, you go around different levels fighting monsters with various weapons, mostly the whip and weapons you can throw. You go around collecting stuff. Awesome game. And next up at number 7, Shinobi 3. This one I don't even think made the cut on the original Samster's Top 10 version of this video. But I could have loved this game. This is another one I haven't actually finished, but I believe the first time I played this one was on the 6-pack Sega Genesis compilation. Really cool thing to have. I think actually Generic Computers hooked me up with that back in the day. So he had 2 or something. But yeah, it's Shinobi. They're actually making a new Shinobi along with the new Streets of Rage and Golden Axe and Crazy Taxi. But yeah, this is one of the best Shinobi games there is. Shinobi 3, Sega Genesis, really awesome game. You get to play as a ninja. I mean, that's just awesome. And you get to do ninja things. Next up at number 6, Comic Zone. Highly underrated game. Oh man, I rented this back in the day at Blockbuster. Eventually, I got a copy of it. Just awesome game. It's part beat 'em up, and then it has platformer elements. Some people don't like that. Some people can't handle that. But once you get used to it, it's just such an awesome game. And then you get items throughout the level. You get to use health items, extra weapons. There's puzzle elements to the game. I mean, man. And then the story alone, I mean, a comic book artist gets zapped into his own comic book with the villain wanting to take over the real world. Like, what? Why doesn't this have a sequel? Sega. It's been re-released on other consoles as well. Next up at number 5, Rocket Knight Adventures. A game so awesome, it made the Season 2 intro. I still kind of want to review this one day. Man, I love this game growing up. I mean, you play as, I believe he's like some sort of armadillo or something. And he's got the knight armor, and he's got a rocket on his back. Like, what? It's a super awesome game. They actually recently made a compilation pack for the current gen consoles. They did make a newer game on Xbox 360. I only played a little bit of it. A lot of people said it wasn't too good. I thought it was okay, but this, in my opinion, is the best game in the whole series. There is Sparkster for Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, which is kind of like a sort of remake / sequel, but I think this is the best one. And at number 4, Golden Axe 2. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with my channel, you're probably wondering why Golden Axe 2. The first one was in arcades, or the third one had more characters. In my opinion, this one's the best out of all 3. We got a new one coming soon for modern consoles, which I believe is going to be 3D, so that's going to be interesting. But if you want a retro-style game that's kind of more like Baldur's Gate, or even Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, play this. You get 3 characters, you get magic spells, it's a beat 'em up, you get beasts to ride around, and you get epic boss battles. You know, this was the first one I played out of the 3, and it's my favorite out of the 3, and eventually I'm gonna do a full review on it. And I did a playthrough on my channel, go check it out, just saying. Next up at number 3, Toki, Going Ape Spit. Gotta love that title. Man, this was one of my all-time favorite games growing up. I played this a lot with my dad and my sister. Classic game. If you don't know, it's from the arcade game, which I had no clue even existed till I got older. So this was my first exposure to Toki. There is a newer, updated version on Steam, and I think previous gen consoles like the 360 era. Awesome game. It's pretty much a shoot 'em up / platformer, and with boss battles, different types of levels. It's awesome. Definitely check it out. I did a review on it. Next up at number 2, Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 3. This was like the coolest thing growing up. I remember, I think I had Sonic 3 first, or Sonic and Knuckles first. My aunt got it from me or something, and then I found out that you could combine the two, and I was like, what? That's unheard of. You know? So cool, combining 2 games together, and then you get 3 different characters to play as, and then you get Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic and Tails together. Wow. What a game. I can't wait for Sonic 3, the movie, to come out. I'm really hoping, though, that they make a new Sonic Adventure game. I mean, Sonic Frontiers looked really cool. Sonic Mania is pretty cool, but, you know. Now, of course, as a tradition, we got some honorable mentions. Oof, number 1. If you don't watch my channel, man, I play so much Streets of Rage, because I love Streets of Rage. I just love fighting games, and I love the beat 'em up series, the genre. We got Bare Knuckle 3, which is Streets of Rage 3 in Japan, the better version if you don't already know. I mean, I played this so much, I even reviewed the 3 games, and this one, the Japanese version. There was a lot of cut content, a lot of censorship, as many of you I'm sure know. Man, I just love the style of this game, with the running, with the characters. This game has the most characters out of the first 3. And this one even has Ash. Yeah, he's supposed to be stereotypical 80s, 90s gay guy, but he's the strongest character in the game. I feel like they should have modernized him for Streets Rage 4, just saying. Alright guys, well that was my personal top 10 Sega Genesis games. Sorry if I didn't get any of your favorites. It's my personal top 10. So, if I missed your favorite, comment down below. And as always guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys. Peace.